Hello, hello, hello. It is Victoria and I am coming to you live from Manchester in the UK for this 10/11. And this week is Mental Health Week. And the theme of Mental Health Week is nature and connecting with nature and connectedness. So I decided that our topic this week is the opposite of addiction is connection, which was a quote from Johan Hari's amazing book, Chasing the Scream. If you haven't read it, go and read it, which is all about the war on drugs, okay? And the conclusion he came to in that is that the opposite of addiction is connection. So what we're going to talk about that today. So I'm going to talk you through 5 ways to get connected. And just while I am on here, I am going to share this onto my personal profile. And there you go. Right. Okay. So let's get started. So I help family members who are living with a loved one's drug or alcohol use to reduce stress, live a better life, and have the best possible chance of getting their loved one into treatment. So I have a free download with my top 10 ways to family recovery. You can come and get it there at vestaapproach.co.uk/freebie. I'll also drop it in the comments as well. So yeah, grab it there and download it. You've got the 10 ways. So if you're a professional or a family member, that is going to be really, really useful. So let's get started on the opposite of addiction is connection. 5 ways to get connected. If you're watching, drop me any questions or comments, or just simply drop me a DM if you need any help. So number 1 is social support. Have a think about who can help you. All right, who can help you in your social network? Because if you are living with a loved one's substance use, and the opposite of addiction is connection, that doesn't just apply to the person who is using the substance, that applies to you too. And that is why I do the work I do, because I want to create a community, particularly for women who are living with somebody else's drug or alcohol use. Have a think about who can help you in your network, in your family's friendship networks, colleagues, whoever it is, business networks even, who is actually helpful out of those networks. So you know, some of our friends may be brilliant and helpful for having a good laugh with and taking our minds off it, and others are helpful for listening, and others are helpful for advice. So pick who you need in the moment, write them down anyway, just so you've got that list. Think about people that aren't that unhelpful as well, because the fact is those kind of people that haven't got your back at all and don't bring anything to your life, you might want to phase them out, right? Who's fun? Who brings you down? Who are you helping so much that you are neglecting yourself? Because as human beings, we want to help people solve problems, but often it becomes detrimental to ourselves, particularly when we are full of our own problems. So please, please, please consider not cutting people off that you've got that sort of relationship with, but consider having really good boundaries around that. Okay, so number 2 is nature. It is Mental Health Week this week, and we are talking about connecting with nature. And this is so important. Every morning I get up, I walk my dog, and I am outside. Sometimes I listen to podcasts, but a lot of the time, like this morning, I literally listen to the birds sing. I listened to, you know, I used all my senses. I wanted to hear what was going on in nature. So, and it really does make you feel so much better. And, you know, the deeper into nature that we get, the better we feel. So try and get into areas that you wouldn't normally get into, where you can completely switch off from the stuff that's going on in your head and the messages you're telling yourself. Research shows that people who are more connected with nature are usually happier in life. They have more positive emotions, and just get out there and notice nature. So think of one thing you can do this week to get out there into nature. And honestly, I know the weather's not that great. I mean, it's been raining pretty much constantly for weeks now since we had that dry spell. So, but there are always opportunities to get out there or get out there in the rain. So number 3 is yourself. Do you have time to connect with yourself, with your thoughts, your feelings, and what you need? How long do you get for yourself every day? How much time do you spend on how you really feel mentally and physically? We spend a lot of time in that reactive mode, in our stress response mode, which is fight, flight, or freeze, which means we are in a constant state of stress. And we need to bring that down. And you are responsible for doing that, because nobody can do it for you, but you can get some help. So try out meditation, try out a mindfulness course, try out yoga, try out other forms of exercise, try reading. You know, getting out of your own head sometimes in a healthy way is really, really good for you. Even, do you know what, watching a good thing on Netflix or Sky or Amazon Prime or whatever you watch, that can be good for you, because if you really focus on it, put your phone away, you know, you can really, really take your mind off what's going on as well. I know that if you're a family member living in this situation, you never get to meet your own needs, right? So what's stopping you? Think about this. What is stopping you from having time out? Is it because you feel like you need to be around to control what's going on for your loved one? Because I'm telling you now, you're doing yourself a disservice. What you need to do is put yourself first. Take that step back from what your loved one is doing, because you can't change that. You can influence it with the right help and support, and you can message me for that, but you are not going to change somebody else. The only thing you are in control of is you yourself. Okay, so number 4, get professional support. So don't be alone. We know that 1 in 10 adults in Great Britain are living with a loved one's drug or alcohol use. They are affected by it. 1 in 10. And, you know, you probably don't know anyone else, or you might know 1 or 2 people. But on your Facebook friends, for example, you will know a lot of people that are affected by it. And I can tell you now, I've got nearly 1,000 Facebook friends, and I haven't had 100 people coming to me for help. So reach out for that help. Stop stigmatizing what is going on for yourself, because it's just not going to help you. It's not going to help your loved one. There are services like mine here to help. You can learn to focus on you and to cope better with your loved one's substance use. And there's a wide range of support. So you've got voluntary sector, you've got charities. Check out AdFam, check out Scottish Families, you know, check out Drug Fam. There's coaches, there's trauma-informed practitioners, there's counsellors, there's lots and lots of people that can help. Drop me a message if you want my help, or you want to find out what else is out there. And then we have got recovery communities. So I have recently become a recovery coach, and there are amazing communities face-to-face in your community, online. You know, there are Facebook groups, Facebook pages, there is Instagram. You can ring your drug team and say, look, like, how do I get involved in this recovery community? There are 12 steps communities, there's smart recovery, there's lots and lots of options again. The opposite of addiction is connection, but the only way to connect is if you take that action. Nobody can do that for you. And if you do take that action, your recovery will start, whether or not your loved one chooses to stop or reduce their substances or not. Okay, so you are in control of you. You are not in control of somebody else. So please, so let's have a recap there. So the opposite of addiction is connection. 5 ways to get connected. So number 1, increase your social support. Number 2 is get out in nature. Number 3 is connect with yourself. Give yourself that time and space. What you are doing now with being completely involved with your loved one's substance use isn't working, is it? It's not changing anything. So trust me and try this way. Connect with yourself. 4, get professional support or coaching support, whatever it is that floats your boat. Number 5, get involved in recovery communities, online or face-to-face. So I'm just going to show this up again. please, please, please go and download my freebie 10 Ways to Family Recovery. Absolutely free. It's got 10 great tips for you, list of useful organisations, a checklist. Check it out. Please, 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 and please share this video in your networks or with anyone that you feel may need that help. I'm going to go because I'm doing craft training today with the wonderful George Charlton, and he's going to tell me off if I spend any longer doing this. So I'll see you later. DM me with any questions, comments, or drop them in below. See you next week.